Okay, today guys, we're going to be doing a horn install, okay? I bought this from Amazon. You could buy the same exact thing from AutoZone, because I've done that in the past as well. But with us not being able to get out much, you know, it's the best thing I can do. So here's just a recap. As you guys remember, I installed the Momo, right? The Momo Indy. This is the Momo hub. This is the 7004. The way it's set up, wiring is not the easiest thing to do, right? No, I can't, unfortunately. On the other side, there's nothing there. And I can't snake the wire around because it just looks kind of ugly. So instead, what I'm going to do is I took the cap off of the steering column, right? So I'm going to poke a hole right over here to insert this in, okay? But what I'm going to do first is this is the steering column clock spring, right? There are two wires that were attached to it, right? One of them goes to here, which is the two browns. That's your horn setup, and this is your airbag setup. I'll worry about the airbag setup later, but it was covered by this plastic wrap right here, right? So what I did was I cut this open so I can have access to the wire. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this, connect it to this, right? So that way I have enough wiring clearance. I could probably get away with this going directly to here, but the problem is it makes it kind of impossible to open this up later on if I want to fix something. So being that section isn't going to be moving too much, I can actually add more wiring. So when I lift it in and out, it's easier to unplug the setup, okay? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to cut this. I'm going to tie it to this. I'm going to poke a hole, and then I'll show you guys how I'll insert it afterwards, okay? Okay, guys, I did the hole. The hole was actually a, let me see if I can find the size here. It looks like a 3/8, okay? What I did was I did it to the size of this, not the outside, obviously, right? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start assembling it, okay? This rubber piece down on top. This locks up at the bottom, and then I have the two screw holes for the two wires. So as you can see, here's the adapter. Oh, crap. Let me grab that. All right. So you're going to see here's the adapter to the main. Here are the two wires, and it really doesn't really matter which side it is, because once you press the button, the two connects, and then voila, the horn comes on, all right? So let me put this together, show it to you one more time, connect it, and then test it out. Okay, guys, last look before I put it back in. As you can see, there's the connector, here's the two connector, and here's the wire, right? So let's go plug this in and test this out. Okay, as you can see, I've connected the red wire in, right? I didn't connect the airbag in yet. That's another project for another day. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to plug this back in. I'm going to put this back in. Let me see if I can do it one-handed. Because one thing is I want to make sure that the wires go in fine. I want to make sure that the plug goes in fine, right? Because if not, then it defeats the purpose. So as you can see, there's the horn. So all I need to do now is to lock this in place, and voila, we now have a working horn. Okay? Sounds good? Sounds good. Okay, bye-bye. My steering wheel is back. By the way, I took out the leather and I double padded this, so it actually feels so much better. Likewise, I figure out how to get rid of that ugly thing. I put this in. There's a ring in the back of this to hold this in place, so it's actually in good shape. Obviously, the horn doesn't work. Everything is back in, and as you can see, there's my horn button. All right? And that's it, guys. Let me test this out to make sure there's no surprises while I drive, but at least I now have a horn. It's kind of weird because I'll have to go in and press it, or I'll go in and press it, you know, but at least I still have the functionality, okay? For you guys, this might not be ideal. This might be actually ugly for you guys. I get it. I get it. However, I didn't want to drill a hole through this, nor do I want to make wires sticking out. I just don't like that. I like to keep it as clean as possible. And if nothing else, at least I showed you guys where the horn wire was, or at least what the horn wire was on the clock spring, okay? Worst case or best case, whatever you want to call it, I can actually put back the original steering wheel. I can actually redo that wiring so that way it goes back to the clock spring and everything's back to normal. In the meantime, though, I'm actually enjoying a little bit of the Momo Indy steering wheel. I might switch over to the actual Prototipo to see how well that drives with this. Ultimately, let me ask you guys, disregard the fact that you like having the original versus the Momo. I get it. The question I have for you is what would you recommend? What Momo would you recommend for the Boxster? Okay, my normal thoughts always the Indy, the Prototipo. I was tempted to try to find a Californian. I was tempted to find a Grand Prix, right? But I'm thinking, you guys ever seen a Trek before? A Momo Trek? Take a look at it. And you tell me, because what it is it's definitely a racing wheel type, right? Not a classic look, but more of a sportier supercar look, right? I think it will go with this great. Now, they have two kinds. They have the pure black, which I think is perfect for this because it's not too showy. And then they also have the red and black, right? Or red and yellow, red and black. Anyway, take a look, guys. You tell me. That's where I think I'm leaning towards. But I'm always intrigued to hear what you guys think, okay? Thanks a lot. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.